Good morning, dear children. Today we will discuss about AC generator and DC generator. This is the magnet. This is the north. This is the south. So this is rectangular coil. This is also called armature. This is slip rings. Rotate with the coil. So this is brushes. B1, B2, carbon brushes fixed with galvanometer. Carbon brushes is fixed with galvanometer. So um, this is copper wire, rectangular copper wire. So consider a rectangular coil. Let it be held between the poles of curve-shaped permanent magnet. As the coil rotates, the magnetic flux passing through the coil changes. See here. According to the law of electromagnetic induction, an induced current is generated in the coil. Consider initial the coil positioned in such a way that the magnetic flux passes through it when the coil is at rest in vertical position with side A of coil at top position and side B at bottom position. No current will be induced in it. In the position of the current to the coil is 0. When the coil is rotated in clockwise direction, the current will be induced in flow from A to B. During the first quarter of rotation, the current increases from 0 to maximum and reaches the peak value when the coil is horizontal position. If continues the rotation of coil, current decreases during the second quarter of the rotation and once again becomes 0. See here. When coil comes to vertical position with the side B at top and side A bottom, during the second part of the rotation, current generated and follows the same pattern as that in the first half, except that the direction of current is reversed. See here, children. Using the induced current, the ends of the coil are connected to the two slip rings. See here, consider initially the coil positioned in such a way that the magnetic flux passes through it when the coil is at rest in vertical position. See here, this is the vertical position with side A. Side A of coil is top position, side B is bottom position. So no current will be induced it. So this is the position of the current. So uh, the current in the coil 0 at this position. So when the coil is rotated in clockwise direction, current will be induced in it and it flows from A to B. During the first quarter of rotation, the current increase from 0 to maximum value. So and maximum value, see here. So and reaches the value when the coil is in horizontal position. This is the horizontal position. So if we continue the rotation of coil, so the current will be decreased during the second quarter of the rotation and once again becomes 0 when the coil comes to vertical position. See here, children. So the top position is B, bottom position is A. See here. So during the second part of the rotation, current generated uh, follows the same pattern as the first half except the direction of the current reversed. So second half position. Maximum reversed, 0 EMF. So this is one revolution. 0 to 1 is one revolution. Children, How can we get DC current using a generator? Yes, by connecting two off slip rings instead of a slip ring commutator on either side to the ends of the coil, we can get DC current. Children, what changes do we need to make in an AC generator to be converted into DC generator? So, yes, if two off slip rings are connected to ends of the coil, so the AC generator works as DC generator to produce DC current. Let us see. Uh, this is the magnets, north pole, south pole, armature, rectangular coil. This is the off slip rings. So this is also called commutator. So copper wire. So when the coil is in the vertical position, the induced current is generated during the first half rotation, rises from 0 to maximum and then falls to 0 again. As the coil moves further from the position, the ends of the coil go to other slip rings. Hence, during the second half rotation, the current is reversed in the coil itself. The current generated in the second half rotation of the coil is identical with the during the first half of the direct current DC for one revolution. So, in generators, see here children, what did you notice? In generators, mechanical energy is converted into electrical energy. So this is the DC generator. So north pole and south pole. This is the rectangular coil. So this is the slip rings, commutator, also called commutator. So one end is one slip ring, another end is another slip ring. This is the carbon brushes. So this is the copper wire. This is the battery or bulb. See here children, when the coil is in vertical position, the induced current generated during the first half rotation. So rises from 0 to maximum and then falls to 0 again. See here children. So as the coil moves further from this position, the ends of the coil so the ends of the coil go to other slip ring. So other slip ring same. Hence during the second half rotation, so second half rotation, the current is reversed in the coil itself. The current is generated in the second half rotation of the coil. So this is one revolution. Children, what is the difference between AC generator and DC generator? Yes, in an AC generator, the ends of the coil are connected to two slip rings. In a DC generator, the ends of coil are connected to two off slip rings. So, AC current changes the direction of charge flow periodically.